Hello there guys, how you doing? My name is Apocalypse and welcome to my weekly stint on the Yeousch channel. Now what I generally tend to do is to talk about subjects that might be bothering me or bothering the community, or maybe even discuss ways that you can potentially improve your game, be it by combining certain kill streaks together or deciphering what kind of perk works best for what. But today I wanted to talk on a more serious note about guns within this game. Now the gun I've just discovered at the moment which works best for me and is probably my new favourite is the FAL, or the FAL, or however you pronounce it. And I just recently did a video talking about the best attachments and little surprises that a lot of people may not use that can just sort of up your game a bit. Now within that gameplay that I show I do pretty damn good, and I've done pretty damn good every time I've used it. But somebody left a comment on the video stating that apparently it's going to get a bit of a nerf. Now that really grinds my bones, because not only do I feel that I've now discovered a weapon that doesn't dominate and essentially give it the big one to start off with, and then you find out 1 or 2 days later that it's decided to slip in a skirt and be all girly. But I now feel it's back to the other guns where everybody else can run around with the simple weapons that take simple imagination and simple use, but are put to great effect to the detriment of all the decent players. So we'll talk about a few of them in a moment, but the one rumour that I did hear, and this came from a video from Fisticuffs, I'm sure you've heard of him, and he said that the Remington shotgun is going to take a nerf. Now that kind of news I welcome with open arms and a bottle of Cristal, because not only is that gun overused, it's also massively overpowered. But that does make me laugh. There is a comparison there that a lot of people use and seem to forget why. In many of my videos I pick up on certain overpowered things within the game and talk about how much they annoy me. And just to show that I'm not just shooting from the hip, what I try to do is put on the said weapon or attachments and try to play a game, thus giving some evidence and substance to back up my argument. But in the case of the R870, I covered this gun on one of my best class setups on about the 3rd day of me playing the game. Little did I know what kind of an impact that gun would have on people, but, you know, I talked about how to use it, the best attachments to put with it, whether you should aim down sights, whether you should aim from the hip, XYZ. And I made a statement in that video that I think if I went back in time and met myself, I'd give myself a nice dry slap with the back of my hand. And I said the bold words that this gun needs a buff. The reason being that I felt with me it was giving me a lot of hit markers. Now, I don't know whether that did give it a buff or not, but one thing I can certainly tell you is that gun does not need a buff at all. Certainly not anymore. The videos I kind of do are more aimed at potentially more novice type of players who just want that bit of an edge or something to help them through the hard times, such as using lower score streaks to get higher kills, therefore not putting yourself under so much pressure to get the swarm and making silly mistakes. But I completely don't think it's fair to have a kind of weapon that anybody can pick up and anybody can run around and just rape continuously with. It just simply isn't fair. Now I know that isn't to everybody's taste, and I know that these kind of statements get disagreements and dislikes on videos. That's fine, it's an opinion. Everybody's entitled to an opinion, that's why we call it freedom of speech. But as far as I'm concerned, the Remington shotgun isn't the only weapon that needs a bit of a touch-up, be it in a positive way or a negative way. Now that said, I have heard a little rumour, and how true this rumour is I don't know, but apparently David Von der Haar and the little skunks over at Treyarch all get together on a Sunday, sit around a big fat table with a plate of biscuits and some coffee, and give a high energised PowerPoint presentation on what guns need touching up and what guns need taking down. How true it is, I don't know. I really don't. It's always been kind of in my belief, certainly with the last titles, that whenever something would happen drastic to a gun, you turn on your console, only to be met with the message about an important update for the game and it's got to be downloaded. I didn't really think they were able to do these tweaks and nerfs without any detrimental effect to your internet download system or what, I don't know. This is why sometimes for me I believe a lot of what they say is just complete bullshit. It's like with the so-called last big patch that took place. Apparently the PDW and the MSRC got some recoil added to them. Really? Okay, whatever. Over distance with the PDW I can still smash people to pieces when spamming the trigger. That's why I love the gun so much. It's got accuracy, it's steady, it's got 50 nice big fat bullets in the chamber. The rate of fire is slow but steady, granted, and you just get more of an air of confidence when you're moving around with it. So no effect there, not really noticed anything. The MSRC, I don't know, I don't use that gun anymore. I die in the hands of it a lot of times, so I don't think anything's changed there either. Detonation time with bouncing betties. Now apparently when you trigger a bouncing Betty, the time between the trigger and the detonation was massively increased. Really? Are you sure? I tend to walk through one and I literally hear zip bang, not really giving me much time to react. Also, that stupid annoying foreign announcer apparently gives you a lot more time to react when he calls in a lightning strike that's going to land on your head. As I say, this is just my opinion, but I don't think anything's changed, I really don't. And if it has, it's not noticeable. So it is my belief that what we really need to see are definite, outstanding changes to a lot of guns. The SMR. It's a late gun to unlock, yet it's a piece of junk. And I know it's probably got its fan club out there somewhere, and full respect to you for using it. But as far as I'm concerned, I'd sooner choose the FAL over it any day of the week. The pistols. Way too overpowered. They all need nerfing down. I played a game of domination the other day, and the entire enemy team ran pistols. And I can safely tell you that they absolutely tore shreds through us. With a secondary. This was the big statement that Treyarch made, where no secondaries were going to be too overpowered to primaries. Again, the noses of Treyarch grow with their lies. Sniper rifles. I understand that sniper rifles are there, I understand they're supposed to be powerful. I get that. But why is it when somebody at the far end of the map who's hardscoping me can shoot me in my toe and get a one-hit kill? Why is it somebody who's hardscoping me with a high fast range firing spammable sniper rifle can shoot in the same place and not have any visual recall? Actually no, tell her a lie, the gun gets a little bit of recall, but the red dot sight drops straight back into the position it originally was. Make Flak Jacket more effective. Again, with Flak Jacket I know it's got its haters, and that's fine. I use it. I don't use Ghost, I use Flak Jacket. And the reason I do that is because there's so many explosives, there's so many people throwing C4, there's so many bouncing Bettys. Again, another one of Vanderhaar's magical statements that never quite stuck, was that if you feel that the lightning strikes and the Hellstorm missiles are getting on top of you, then put on Flak Jacket, it'll protect you. Again, the nose just grows bigger and bigger. I don't remember a time when Flak Jacket ever has protected me. I could literally go on and on and on. And you might agree with some of these, you might not. Like I say, freedom of speech. I just feel for me that the game's been out for, I think it's 2 months now or over, I'm not sure. And all we've had are 2 updates. Obviously the lag compensation is going to be the biggest subject, but I'm not going to talk about it. We all know what it is, we all suffer with it. They're not willing to do anything anytime soon. But hey, kudos man. As long as we all fork out for their DLC, everything should be sweet and rosy. That should keep us quiet for a while. Those are my opinions, and I'm pretty sure you're all going to have your own, so feel free to let me know about it. Leave it in the comments section. And again, thanks to the almighty Yeousch and its influential supporters and subscribers for allowing me to do this. I'll see you later, homies. Apocalypse done.
Brought the pain. Time to get paid.